Court blocks Texas social media law from taking effect. It's crazy how people in America are so anti First Amendment, so anti free speech. They hate anyone deviating from other ideologies, so that and they want to censor you from speaking your mind. This is just ridiculous. And so now you got this court um, blocking the law from going into effect. But before we get started, go ahead, hit that like button, share this out so we can get this information out there. Subscribe if you're not already a subscriber. Hit that alarm bell so you know when I'm putting out new stuff. Also, check out my link tree in the description. It has a link to my Patreon where I talk about things I can't talk about here. And there's also a link to my Instagram where I put out tons of news throughout the day. So check that out as well. All right, let's talk about this news. The Fifth Circuit Court of Appeals blocked the controversial Texas social media law from going into effect Wednesday as industry groups seek to bring the case to the Supreme Court. I have no idea how that's controversial at all. The court granted a request from the Computer and Communications Industry Association and Net Choice to prevent the law's implementation ahead of potential Supreme Court hearing on the case, the Tech Association said Wednesday. And check the name, Net Choice. So I mean, it's you can't choose your own. You can't choose and have your own voice when it comes to social media. It's totally ridiculous. Um, Quote: This ruling means Texas unconstitutional law will not be enforced as the issue of government-compelled dissemination of speech makes its way to the Supreme Court. We are confident these laws will not stand, CCIA President Matt Schruer said in a statement. So now free speech, our First Amendment, is unconstitutional now? Like this is ridiculous. The decision blocks a Texas law the groups are challenging that would restrict companies' abilities to remove users or volatile content. So I mean, again, how is that unconstitutional? So they're saying that the social media companies have free speech to block your free speech. Like, this is crazy. The tech industry groups, as well as civil society groups that have backed their case, argue that the law would lead to more dangerous content and hate speech online. So what is hate speech? What is dangerous content? Long as it's not illegal, long as it's not calling for violence, you should be able to say whatever you want. But in September, the Fifth Circuit upheld the law, ruling at the time that, quote, we reject the idea that corporations have a free-willing First Amendment right to censor what people say. And I agree. Like, how is that First Amendment being able to censor is free speech? Like, I don't. This is Orwellian newspeak here. And Texas Governor Greg Abbott touted the law during its signing last year as a way to push back on censorship and social media companies' attempt to silence conservative viewpoints. I mean, just look at PayPal, for instance, what PayPal been trying to do. But the law, HB 20, forbids social media companies with more than 50 million monthly users from banning Texas-based users over their political views. Opponents argue that the way the law is crafted could keep companies from being able to remove dangerous posts such as pro-terrorist content, animal abuse, pornography, and hate speech, which is untrue. I mean, that has nothing to do with being a terrorist is not covered under free speech. Abusing animals is not covered under free speech. Like, those are dumb arguments. But a similar Florida law is being challenged by the group as well. That law, though, was blocked by the appellate court in a conflicting opinion to the one issued in the Texas case. One of the cases is expected to appear before the Supreme Court, and I can't wait to see how the Supreme Court handle this. I'm hoping that they stick by First Amendment and stick by the people, where they're able to say whatever they want to say and not have to worry about censorship, as long as they're not breaking any laws or talking about harming anyone. But let me know what you think. Leave your comments down below. Like, share, and subscribe, and check out democrepublics.com for the latest in news. Until next time, peace.